interpret things based on their level of understanding. Episode number 80. Wow, 80 episode. That means 80 hours. You know the law of 100? How about the 80-20? Huh?
Yeah.
What's the 80-20?
I don't know the 80-20 rule.
I'm asking.
80% of our results come from 20% of our efforts?
Yes.
Okay.
So if 80% of our results come from 20% of our effort, you want to know when things are going to really make a difference?
When?
Once we do those 100 episodes. Once we take out those 100 shots, 80-20, because now we're going to be able to do the 80-20. We're going to be able to see from these 100 episodes, right? 80%
of our
results come from 20% of our effort. We're going to be able to see what 20 videos did the best. We're pretty much failing forward. See, most people, they're afraid to put the reps,
and your
to
voice,
fail forward.
And your voice sounds a little bit different today, Carlos.
It sounds different. You know why?
I don't know why.
I'm going to tell you why. No excuses. That's why.
Still here.
You know why? Because it doesn't matter if I don't have a voice. You have a voice. That's the point of the podcast, the Wealth Map Summit, and everything we're doing. If a person doesn't have a voice, we have 100 other people, 1,000 other people, 10,000 other people. But they won't silence us. They won't silence us. Right? Because we understand, we the business. Right? It doesn't matter in what spot in the cash flow quadrant a human is. They're still valuable. Right?
Correct.
I treat the janitor the same way I treat the owner of the business. I've never put people on a pedestal because I treat everybody like the most important person in the world. Right? You know why? Because that's how I perceive the world. We're all belong to God. We're all God's children. So why not treat everybody with love and respect? Right?
Correct.
Hasta que se pasan. With all that said, let's start episode number 80. Why people interpret things based on their level of understanding. Welcome to episode number 80 of the CMR Podcast Network. Today we're exploring an interesting topic. Why people interpret, how do you say that word? Interpret. It doesn't matter if I don't know how to say the word. I could say it right, or guess what? I could say it wrong. That's life. Why people interpret things based on their level of understanding. Our experiences, knowledge, and mindset shape how we perceive the world. In this episode, we'll dive into why people can look at the same situation and see completely different things based on their understanding and perspective. Let's break it down. How you doing, first of all?
Excelentemente bien.
I refuse to sit or talk to a person that is not excelentemente, meaning that doesn't have the mind unchecked. I've noticed that through my experience in life, any issue I've had with humans, the issue has been with myself.
Why?
Simple. If I know that human haven't worked their spiritual, why am I here arguing? First of all, I don't argue. Even talking to a person that is escaping reality with alcohol, escaping reality with drugs, escaping reality with eating, binge eating. People that do not have control with their physical pillar will never have control with their spiritual pillar. People that do not become their best version physically and have their dream body, they will never basically invest into their dream mindset. The difference between us and animals are mindset. People that will never work their physical, their mind, their spirit, will never work their emotions. 90% of our decisions are based on emotions.
Right.
We need to be more logical and less emotional. That's why, thanks to God and thanks to you, you picked out these books. Master your emotions, surrounded by idiots. Master your mindset. Right? Most people, if they don't read, leaders are readers.
Right.
So the more you learn, the more you earn. When you read as a leader, you're gonna understand that we're all idiots, depending on who's seeing you. Most people seeing the red, right? they're gonna see who the fuck this guy is or this woman, right? But when they see this guy, they're gonna say something else. When they see the green, they're gonna say something else. But guess what? Even the red, there's people that are gonna see the value in me. But there's also people that are gonna see I'm too much. You know why? Because they're vibrating at a very low energy. Their vibration is very low, right? So depending how you vibrate is how you're gonna perceive the world, right? And also how you value things, right? Because even in kids, my daughters, I got 3 daughters, and each of them will see me in a different way. It doesn't matter the age. My oldest daughter could see me very different from my youngest daughter or my middle daughter. Shout out to Kayleen. Her birthday's gonna be October 13th. Today's what, the 10th? 9th? I don't even know what day it is.
7th, I believe.
You see, perspective. To me, her birthday is every day. That's why I brought that up, right? But for her, her birthday is probably what? Once a year. So if I don't celebrate her birthday that day, she might look at me like what? Like I'm a bad father. But what she doesn't know is that the way I see the world, perceive the world, how I interpret the world, is that people's birthdays every day. Why? Because I celebrate my birthday every day. So why not transmit that energy, that vibration, that mindset to the world? Why wait for one day to be happy, to celebrate life to the fullest, when I could celebrate life to the fullest every single day, right? So today, before I give you the mic, because you know I talk a lot.
Now you good.
Right? I saw some little kids, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we decided to do this episode. But I was actually on the phone talking to a few people over the phone, right?
Yeah.
And you know Carlos. Carlos, out of anything, out of every problem, he what? Finds a solution. Why this? Why that? Why everything? Right? Why people think like this? No problem. Let's bring up that question to break it down for people. I saw this thing. I actually recorded the kids.
We interpret things based on our level of understanding.
They were looking at the Lambo.
Why 2 people can
I was,
look at the
you know,
same
filling up the
situation
gas.
and see
Because
things.
I cannot see the gas halfway.
Different?
No?
Nah, that's poor. Poor people behavior.
Of understanding.
I gotta see all the cars with a full tank.
Funny.
Right? So, making a long story short, they were driving 2. Each of them they had a bike. So, to make a long story short, it brought me back when I was in their age. I used to go to school riding bikes. There's kids that will be like, oh, my mother, my father, they don't take me to school. Because probably their mother, their father probably missed a day and told them that they got to go walking. Or hey, something happened. Or probably their mother and their father didn't have a car. My father had a car. My family had cars, right? But I'd rather go walking to enjoy, you know,
Be independent.
being independent, but also enjoy just going, walking. You got me?
Alone time.
I used to pick up some girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me? So it was good. You got me? But making a long story short, I'm like, hold up. How can I get from A to Z faster? Even from a little kid. Hold up. I don't need a license to get a bike. Bro, I had the nicest bicycle. Shout out to anybody that met me, knew me, or that knew when I was a little kid. I used to collect bikes. How you do one thing, how you do everything. So if you don't value the small things when you're starting up, how you're gonna value the big things when you up there, right? So I showed at a very young age that I love being organized. I love having abundance, options. Why have one bike when I can have 2? When I had 2, let me get 3. Bro, I remember I had 5 bikes, different colors, and I had pegs. I used to go pick up a little girlfriend. You got me? My girls here and there, different bikes, put them in my pegs, bro. Go to school with a girl, right? Park my bike. Guess what? I never even bought a lock. You know what? You know what I used to say? First of all, I know that's my bike. Even if they steal it and they paint it, I know that's gonna be my bike. So whoever I catch with my bike, the best revenge is massive success. Guess what I'm gonna do to them?
What?
Huh?
What?
Guess what?
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell them enjoy the gift because you stole it, you
Enjoy the
needed
gift.
it. I have more than one. I was not gonna get mad. So perspective. So that's why people interpret things based on their level of understanding. I understood that I live a life in abundant city. I understood that for me to basically get revenge, I didn't have to hurt the person. I'll bless the person instead. They need it more than me. It's messed up. I don't respect a thief or a liar, right? But what am I gonna basically invest my time, energy with a low vibrational person? It's not because I'm scared of the person. It's not because I fear the person. It's because I know what I could do to them, if it makes sense. And I'd rather take the loss, because to me it's a win, than literally lose myself. Because every time I used to get mad, it was nothing good. And you want to hear the funny thing, bro? Nobody used to steal anything. You attract, the mind is a magnet. How you perceive the world, if you perceive the world like it's negative, like everything is bad. If you're watching the news, all these things that are happening in the news, you're going to attract all these stuff. But if you're watching positive content, you're going to attract all those positive things. If you put your mind that you want a red car, the next thing, the law of attraction, you're driving around, you're going to start seeing red cars.
The red car theory.
But now, if you're specific, what red car? Is it a Ford Mustang? Is it a Ferrari? Or is it a Lambo? What type of car do you want red? I had the blessings, so I have a red car and a red Range Rover, right? But perception is shaped by experience, understanding through experience. People's past experiences shape how they interpret new information or situations. What one person understands deeply, another might miss entirely if they haven't had similar experiences. How do personal experiences influence our perception?
How do personal experiences?
I gave you a scenario with my daughters. You got me? When I go pick up my daughters, the kids, right? Wow! They start looking at the material things like it's out of this world. My daughters, they were born with these things, seeing these things. So they don't look at material things the way their peers see it, right? But how do personal experiences influence our perception?
Your environment shapes you. What you're exposed to is how you're going to perceive the world. I'll give you an example. Growing up in New York, right? I never seen these houses. All I knew was misery. You believe it or not, in New York is misery. No matter where you turn your head, it's projects, people on the block. You don't see nothing good. So that's all you think. And there was a video. Most people say they want to leave New York, but for as much as they want to, they're stuck there forever.
Perception, because New York also has the Hamptons.
Correct.
Has a lot of Sohos.
Correct.
You see?
Correct.
Good thing you brought New York up. New York also has a lot of areas.
Nice areas.
Wealthy.
Correct.
Rich.
The Wall Street.
You got me?
Wall Street
Billionaire Road. You see? You see?
Correct.
It all depends the area. Keep on.
So what you do with your time, where do you go? Like you said, New York has a lot of nice areas, but most people won't get out of their comfort zone. For example, I'm from Manhattan, Washington Heights. Most people, like when I started working construction, I went to Long Island. That's when my mind really opened up. Like, yo, how are these mansions here? We don't have cars. All we know is subways and buses. I refuse to ride in a subway or train now or a bus because now I raise my standards.
But you want to hear the funny thing?
What?
I never got in a train. Just in the airports.
Yeah.
I've been in different states.
Oh, I would have said New York.
That has basically that in the airport. There's trains to take you to the terminal.
Right.
Terminal.
Terminal.
The shuttles, right?
Correct.
So, but train. I look like they're in a train. Yeah, man, put it like that. I never got in a bus, bro. First time I got in a bus was in Dominican Republic. Going to, it was not Punta Cana or Cap Cana. One of those, or Bávaro, right? I went with my grandmother. My grandmother doesn't drive.
Yeah.
Because her brother drives her.
Okay.
And here, you got me? My grandmother always had the privilege to have a chauffeur. You got me? Has somebody just assigned to take her, move her everywhere.
Yeah.
If it makes sense. And through her church, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Juan Soto, the same church, because my grandmother, were Juan Soto's family, they'll go to church together.
Okay.
She used to go to church with them, neighbors. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking lie, if it makes sense. So we all went, and I decided to go with them.
Yeah.
Bro, I was miserable, bro, in the bus.
It was like a poppy bus?
It was one of those big bus.
Okay.
You got me, like fist, I don't know how many people.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, the resorts under their low peak, la temporada baja, the low,
Not the bad seasons, but
the low seasons, right? They get creative. Churches, organizations that have a lot of people, they get creative and do packages for these people.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
So for the church, even though that church in the capital is the biggest church,
Okay.
Catholic, I forgot. And to make a long story short, I ended up going with them, bro. It was 3 days, bro. Bro, I felt naked without a car. Perception. Because I'm so used to.
How old were you at the time?
Nah, it was literally less than 7 years.
Okay. It's not the same from over here to
You got me? But I'm so used to. I've been driving my car, bro, since 14. I'm 34 now. That's 20 years. Right? And when I was 12, it was when I first started driving. But my first car was when I was 14. Right? Because what I used to do, I used to basically just, even the truck, my uncle's truck, in the parking lot, perception. I used to drive it around. My uncle never told me anything because my uncle, his perception of me, he knew I was very mature for my age. So it's all perception, right? How he used to see me was very different. How he used to see other people around that same age. Because by my actions, he used to see I had alignments with what I say and what I do. He couldn't read my thoughts, but I was the type of person that if I say, I'm going to buy it's because I already bought it. I'm a man of action. Like, work hard in silence, let success make the noise. I'm the type of person, my goals, my dreams, I'm not the type of person to tell people. That's why I tell people, think big and don't listen to people who tell you can be done. But before you don't listen to people who tell you can be done, why you told people in the first place? Normally people throw off your goals because people will limit your goals based on their perception, based on their beliefs, based on how they see the world. So one thing I tell people is you got to understand, everybody understands life through their experience. My experience, I've been failing forward in life. I've been blessed to travel 40-something states. I've been blessed to travel to a lot of different parts of the world, but mainly 80% of Dominican Republic. I know 80% of Dominican Republic, bro. Because I'm an eagle. I consider myself an eagle or drone. I'm the type of person, I like having different experiences. So, and I'll give you perspective. Locally, New York, here in different states, I've stayed in so many hotels throughout my life because I wanted to just experience life from different, living in different places, seeing different people. Like I'm just one of those. Cabaña in DR, not even to take women. Because cabañas, low, straight up. I used to go to cabaña to sleep. Just because I like the different type of like different stays, let's call it. A cabaña, they used to get more creative than a hotel. You see mirrors, I love mirrors because I like seeing myself. So you throw yourself in a king size, big ass bed like this and you see the mirror. He knows. Aquí, allí, la oficina. Shout out to San Isidro. Look at Manny, he be like this. Because Manny, and me and Manny been in Dominican Republic together. He know how I rock and deal. If it makes sense. So, I'll give you perspective. Un Dominicanor, meaning a Dominican that travels from here to Dominican Republic, right? They're going to see Dominican Republic totally different from the Dominicans from there.
1000%.
Right? And Dominicans that were born there, but came here at a very young age, when they go there, they see it very different also from us in general. I don't know if it makes sense. You could literally take a Dominican from Patterson and a Dominican from Passaic and a Dominican from New York, and you see the way they look at the world is different. Even the slangs. Like, I've been blessed to have slangs from New York, Patterson, Passaic. But the thing is, since I grew in a business environment, I was dealing with so many different people. And then school, international. I grew up with Indians, Puerto Ricans, Black, Mexicans, Hondurans, every race, Jewish, Chinese. So to me, seeing all different type of cultures and understanding them, and understanding the fact that we have in common English, but we also have in common that we come from parents from different part of the world, is something beautiful. Something beautiful that we eat different food. But we also, Chinese food, Chinese people, they don't eat that Chinese food that these Chinese food sell us. You see?
Crazy.
Perception. So, cognitive filters. Our belief and biases act as filters, influencing how we process information. These mental filters can cause two people to interpret the same event differently. You saw the video, me with the Lambo, the kids with the two bikes. How do you think they saw the car?
Probably like, how you call that? When you fight a deck of golds? Like,
do you think they saw the car like it's
right
something
there.
possible?
Depending on the words you spoke to them. But I believe interacting with you, definitely.
You see? I told them, you're going to have one. I didn't even tell them, you're going to have one day. I told them, you're going to have one.
You made it possible for them.
If you see it in your mind, you could see it in reality. Same way you got that bike, same process is the same thing to get the car. The only thing that for the car, they're going to require a license. But that's the last thing you got to worry about. As long as you got the license from God. I started driving with no license. 14. Right? Because it's all perspective. My perspective of life, respect all, fear none. I was not driving fearing that the cops were going to stop me. I was not driving fearing that I was driving with no license. I was driving like I had the license of God. And when I used to see a cop or anybody, I beat the horn. Hey, you get me? Here's my business card. How can I help you? I sell phones. Whenever you need a phone, as a matter of fact, go through this address. I got you with a free case.
Your energy.
Let me see what type of phone you have. You need a screen protector. I got you. Free screen protector.
Your energy.
You see?
Your energy.
Everywhere I go, I approach people, meaning I attract people. But it's because the energy. And good thing you brought the word energy up, because I have something to say when it comes to energy. Because I'm not going to put videos today, but I do want to say something when it comes to energy.
While you look for it, so then the next person, I would just say where you're exposed to, and how I look at it is, if I came across Carl, you came across us, whoever you come across, if they have it, there's no such thing as something impossible. Luke 1:37, for with God, nothing shall be impossible. And just stay positive, and you could do whatever you want in this world, bro. Like, I can't even say my 22 years, but I don't know what you've been through, but it's possible. Whatever you want, you could do it. You want to go fast? Go alone. You want to go far?
Answer this question
go together.
too.
What's up?
Why do our cognitive biases affect how we understand situation? Pretty much, cognitive filters. Our belief and biases act as filters, influencing how we process information. These mental filters can cause two people to interpret the same event differently. I sent you guys a video, how billionaires think. How billionaires think is very different how millionaires think. So I've been educating myself how billionaires think, right? Because the way a millionaire or multimillionaire thinks is totally different. That's why when people around me have an issue, a problem, you get me, or have a little fire, I'm like, is that an issue to you? Bring me big fire. Bring me big problems. You get me? Because I don't want to bring the drone down to stop a little fire. Certain little things, what bothers you is a joke to me. For example, what bothers people? I'll tell you straight up. That's why they need 5 moves. A coach. People perish because of lack of knowledge. People get frustrated, stressed, anxious, or depressed because what you don't know is keeping you poor. Passing opportunities over repeated, right? Because ignorance is the most expensive thing in the world. That's why you need a coach mentor. But also, people that haven't developed their character. But also, people that don't know that they will never be free until they become a business owner. They need cash flow. Money coming in, money coming out. People that don't understand that the foundation of money is credit. But what they don't understand is that credit, forget your personal credit. People, shout out to Sam. Sam, we're going to be doing this week podcast in his capital gains. Capital as a money instead of gains, like in real estate, games because of basketball. That's the name of his podcast and collab with us.
Excellent
Capital
name.
Games, right?
Excellent name.
Where we're going to chop it up about money, real estate, investment, personal development. You got me buying the first home, starting the business. You got me? Because a lot of people, they don't understand. Okay, you want your first home, but straight up, I go pound to pound even with Sam or anybody in this world. The best investment anybody can make is on themselves. Second best investment they can make, since they're the business, is becoming the business, opening a business, right? Showing up as a business. You don't want to show up to buy a home, buy a property as with your personal name. You don't buy a jet, a yacht, a car. You don't buy anything, only employees. But remember, people are going to interpret the world based on their level. An employee mindset is going to think very different from a business mindset,
1,000%.
from an investor mindset.
Of course.
Somebody selling their time for money, they're at the lowest level of value creation. They're in implementation. Somebody buying people's time, they're in unification. They're leaders normally, but there's levels to leadership. Somebody communicating like us, because the minute you communicate, you got to read, you got to write, right? What else you got to do? You got to be praying, meditating.
Gotta be talking.
You got to do certain things. You got to have certain habits to develop that skill set, to sharpen that soul.
Mm-hmm.
People that operate through imagination, right? A person that cannot imagine, cannot see themselves with a Lambo, would they be able to get it?
No.
Why?
Everything first happens in the mind.
If they see a person like Carlos that had every exotic car, if Carlos could do it, being crazy, because I'll be labeled crazy, but perception.
Correct.
People interpret the world, interpret people based on their perception. They'll see me as crazy because I have high standards. They got low standards.
Everybody's different.
They're in comfort zone. They're in fear zone. So when they see a man move the way I move, they're like, is he crazy? Because I'm a black sheep where everybody's a white sheep. Make sense or no?
Yeah.
So going back, the question was, why do our cognitive biases affect how we understand situation? That way you could give the next person the...
Reality doesn't exist. Everything is perspective based on your perception. So at the end of the day, you got to educate yourself, but not only educate yourself, change your circle, see new environments, explore the world. We could get more money, but we cannot get more time. Use your time wisely. What you do with your time is going to determine how you see the world, because where your time is based on the experiences you'll get. That's just mine.
Time is what we want most, what we use the worst.
Correct.
Our most valuable asset, apart from our mind, is our time. The gift is the present. And the present, what you do now, is what's literally going to determine your tomorrow. The secret to your life is on your daily habits. You cannot tell me you're taking a nap. That's low vibration. What you mean you're taking a nap? How you doing, Vanessa?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially.
You still don't learn. That's how you
Oh, you
interpret
say
the
like
world.
with the finger too.
You got me?
Yes.
But your energy is nothing but an outcome of your thoughts. Pessimist creates low energy. Optimist creates high energy. To change your energy, change your thinking.
Yes.
Notice again, pessimist creates low energy. So a lot of people will say the bottle is half empty.
Yes.
And there's people that will say the bottle is half full. So an optimist creates high energy. I'll say the bottle's what? Half full.
Full.
Because it is.
It's full.
But another person,
They can
ungrateful,
Yeah.
person that is not thankful will say what? That is half empty.
Yes.
So thinking does not create energy. It only lets it flow through you. Thoughts shape the channel through which energy flows. When its path has no impediments, energy flows like water. What you were meant to do begins to happen. When there's clarity, when there's clarity of inward thinking, you know what you must do with your life simply because you're no longer standing in your own way. Clarity is inseparable from optimism, action, and high energy. Forcing yourself to be optimistic and high energy does not work. It's only a pretense where collapses under the slightest pressure. Then you need more pretense and so on. Instead, understand yourself. Have no doubts about the way your mind works, for that is clarity. Have no doubts about the way your mind works, for that is clarity. This clarity about your inner self will bring optimism and energy. Your drift will reveal itself. Your path will be clear. Then all you have to do is jump in the river and let the current take you. To the world, you have high energy. To yourself, you're simply enjoying the ride. Once again, to the world, I have high energy.
Yes.
But to myself, I'm simply enjoying the ride.
Yeah.
Look at Manny.
Because
my perception of him
you do like
is
nothing.
he's in La La Land, right? How I interpret
How, like, the
right
body
the scenario.
language, yeah.
He's sitting down like this, como que él un bacano, right? Like he's home, like he's chilling. You got me? Who the fuck is gonna take him serious if he doesn't take himself serious? He doesn't give that energy. You got me? That he's like into the topic, into the conversation, which I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Because if he would have had my awareness, he would have moved different. And when you move different, you attract different. Notice how I said attract. But he has to chase. In the personal, I'm pretty sure he's chasing. In the business, I'm pretty sure he's chasing. Because how you do one thing,
You do everything.
it's how you do everything. How you interpret one thing is how you interpret everything.
Everything.
If a man or a woman chases, they chase on everything else. And that applies to also women.
Okay. When the woman chase, they...
If a man or woman is chasing money,
Okay.
they're going to be chasing, in the personal level, a significant other.
Oh, wow.
But when a man or woman chases their best self, their best version,
Yes.
they radiate different. They attract different. Because their value becomes different. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, makes sense.
Right?
Yep.
Right or wrong?
Yes, right.
So, going back into the topic, today's topic, why people interpret things based on their level of understanding. What can you tell the world, Vanessa, before we start talking about the role of emotional intelligence, especially when it comes to women? Because we see the world not as it is, but as we are.
Yeah.
Once again, we see the world not as it is, but as we are. So the way Manny sees me is how his inner world. His external world is a reflection of his inner world. See, my inner world is positive. It's fearless. It's respect. You get me? I have a lot of principles, core values, ethics that I go by in life, right? So you could throw me in the street, and I don't see the street as street because I was raised in the street. You could throw me in the professional level, and to me, I'm one of them. Notice when I'm around Puerto Rican blacks, just people in general street, I'm street. ¿Qué lo que?
You acting
Es
like them.
mentira. What's up, my nigga? See, I could say nigga here in fucking camera. Nobody would ever fucking tell me shit. I could be like, bitch ass nigga. But when you put a white man, say those words, bitch ass nigga, you know what will happen? Niggas would have won. Fight them.
Yes.
They want to attack them. So how we interpret the world is how we see the world.
Yeah.
I saw a video of Kanye West talking about that he used to see white people pull shirts, Black Lives Matter. So he decided to put shirts saying, White Lives Matter. Yo,
Dios.
that's perception.
Yeah.
So life is about perception. A white man, all lives matter. What you mean, why are Black Lives Matter? Because it's okay for you to wear a shirt saying Black Lives Matter, but it's not okay for me to wear a shirt saying White Lives Matter. Your perception of the word's fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Sis?
Yes, sir.
So life is all perception, right or wrong?
Yes, right.
So Vanessa, emotional awareness,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Just like these books, master your emotions, master your mindset, but also emotional intelligence 2.0,
Yeah.
a book that you read, right? Because women are very emotional,
Very, very.
right? The role of emotional intelligence, emotional awareness. From 1 to 10, what would you rate your emotional awareness right now?
Me?
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. Oh my
Let me drink water. My perception,
I can be like 6.
6.
Yes.
You see, her perception, how she interprets the world, right?
Yeah.
How she interprets things based on their level of understanding. Based on her level of understanding, she sees her emotional awareness as a 6. Based on my, how I interpret my level of understanding when it comes to awareness, the little that I know her, because if there's one thing I know myself, I still don't even know myself. But the little I know her, she's a negative 10. El diale. A negative 10.
Oh, wow.
You're still working under the roots when it comes to the emotional pillar. So to you, it's supposed to be a disrespect for yourself to give yourself a 6.
No, but
A 6 is literally a D. You're still passing. You're not passing.
No, but when I say like I give it like 6, it's because I remember before I always cry for everything, and I just do complain for everything, and everything I take personal. That's why I say 6.
Emotional awareness. People with high emotional intelligence are more likely to understand others' perspectives because they can recognize and manage their own emotions. See, he who angers me controls me. Give her at least 2 more minutes. He who angers me controls me, right? You know why? Because I understood that every time I used to get angry, I used to damage my own self. So I decided at a very young age not to get angry. Not because what I do to others, but what I was doing to myself. I don't know if that makes sense. So I developed the awareness that me attacking another man or another person, it could be verbally, could be in any way. I was doing harm to myself. The best way to handle anything is just walking away, leaving. You get me? But I send that energy, like motherfucker. Like, you test me? Let me shut up and leave. You got me? But thanks God, it doesn't get to that level.
Yeah.
Limited by emotional understanding. When people have limited emotional awareness, they may misinterpret situations because they're projecting their emotions onto what they see. That used to happen to you. The more you know yourself, the more patience you have for what you see in others. But my question is, how does emotional intelligence influence how we interpret situations?
Okay. I'm going to say like how influencing. It's like, see, you're not control your emotion, you're going to be like weakness. Like, you're not going to be strong. I'm going to put it like example in my life. I remember what I say. I always cry, and I didn't like recognize. I didn't have awareness in my life. Oh my God, why I cry? But I have my eyes like I want to cry, and I say no, because if someone see me cry, they want to see me like I'm weak. But I also, when I cry, I feel more like, I spread everything.
But you see, I don't let people cry around me. Not even my daughters. My daughters were not allowed. No. They're not allowed to, not even one drop of tear. Somebody got to be the strong person, right? Somebody got to be disciplined, right? I do not let nobody cry around me. Nobody cry. You get me? Somebody tries to cry, I'll go on attack mode. Because that's weakness leaving the body, right? So I'm all about mental toughness, empowering people, if it makes sense. Why is it important to recognize our emotional responses when making judgments?
Okay, so set the question.
Why is it important to recognize our emotional responses when making judgment?
Okay, recognize the emotion just when the people like see or ask like, why do you cry? Like they not understand. Some people they have the emotional like very level.
So, for example, if I see a person cry, let's say if I ever see you cry,
yes,
I will not see it from the same way you'll see it.
yeah,
I'll see it like, why are you crying? You're supposed to be strong. You know why? Because I see myself, well, as a person that I'm emotionally strong. Vanessa, you want to hear something about me? From a little kid, I never cried. To take a tear from me, I hold it in. I would not cry.
but do you think this is not affected to the people like when they not cry? Because
The thing is, Vanessa, I was raised, my mother came when I was 8 years old.
okay,
Okay, what if I cry? What do I solve? Tell me. Let me start crying right now. As a man, you start crying as a man. What do you solve? Now look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror when you're crying, bro.
you're talking yourself. I say,
What-
I'm
what-
not gonna cry.
As a man, you gotta face everything and rise. Fear, face everything and rise. So how I perceive, how I interpret the world, I have to face everything.
Okay,
Anything, I face everything. I just don't sit and why me? I say try me. See, that's perception.
yeah,
Right?
You see your like the world you see like different too.
Yes.
Me, I see.
The more you know yourself, the more patience you have
Yeah.
for what you see in others.
Because you know yourself, and then you can know others.
What else can you say?
Okay, and what I can say too, how you expect your life is a determination how you're gonna be. It's like you see your life now. It's not what you want. What I can say, oh, I didn't have everything what I want. I don't want to be like, oh, I want to say like something material. But I'm gonna put in my case, I not focus what I don't have. I focus what I have. And this
So you
is like-
focus now on wealth, on abundance.
Yes.
When you focus on wealth, abundance, richness, you get me? That you attract everything
Yes.
that you want, right? But when you focus on lack, you attract what? Lack, scarcity, worry, fear. You pretty much attract everything you don't want. If you wouldn't want a bad haircut, you're gonna attract a bad haircut. When you go to the salon as a female or as a man that cut my hair, if you go on fear mode, you best believe you're gonna attract that,
You're gonna
because that's the energy you bring into the room, to the table. That's the energy you're transmitting, right?
Yes.
So an employee, when they basically go, since they're trained to look for work, they go look for a job, a job, or just over broke. They transmit the world because interpret the world. They need to be told what to do. They need to be told what are they worth, how much they're gonna get paid. They need to be told, what position to do. You got me?
Yes.
They need to be told everything because they're modern what?
Slave.
Slaves. But if you tell them that I'm not a
I'm
slave,
not a slave.
right? Don't take it personal.
I remember you say that to me too.
You got me?
Yes.
If you have a 9 to 5, straight up, the man that works all day has no time to make money. Working all day, you have no time to make money. Because the thing is, if you work hard on yourself, you make a fortune. You work hard on a job, you make a living. So if you write that down 100 times, right? If you work hard on a job, that's the problem. That's people's problem. They think they need to work hard on a job, right? But if you work hard on yourself, you work smart on yourself, you make a fortune. That's the solution. But where do you think people focus?
Yeah,
The problem or the solution?
problem.
People got their perspective all fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Like you got your perspective all fucked up. You fuck up my eyes right now looking at you. So you don't got your shit together.
You look at the camera.
Huh? No, but if you sit here, I want to see self-love, self-care. Do you know people love you how you love yourself? See, that's all how people interpret things based on their level of understanding. I understand that for a man or a woman to be valuable, they need to understand they're valuable themselves. How can a man or a woman want another man or another woman to value them when they don't value them themselves? How you interpret things based on your level of understanding, how you see yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, shout out to Mars. Even with that name, I'll be like, I'm from Mars, Pluto. I literally, if they would have named me Mars, brick by brick, I would have literally, like, I'm from another planet, bro. You don't know my name? My name is Mars. You gotta get creative, bro. Oh, fuck, this fucking guy. Shout out to Mars, love you. But tough love. You're 6'6", bro. You're not even 6'5". 6'6". You see, there's levels, Emily. There's people 5'8" that see themselves as a fucking lion. And then there's people fucking 6'8" that see themselves like a little fucking cat. What type of man do you think am I? A lion or a cat?
A lion.
Why do you think I'm a lion, Emily?
For your character, your vision, how you express yourself to the world.
Oh, so just because I'm a vision-driven leader, you see me as a lion? Because I can say I'm a lion, but I can walk like a cat or do cat behaviors.
You know what you want. You know what you want and you go after it.
You sure?
Yeah.
How you know I go after what I want? How you know I go after what I want instead of attracting what I want?
That too. Yeah, you attract.
Huh? Because to me it's easier to become the man that my wants want me. It's easier for me to become the person that my wants want. That's deep. Huh?
Yeah.
What do my wants want? Do I qualify? Simple. Now, the big question, I'm not asking myself if my wants want me. I'm asking myself if I want that. That's deeper. I'm not asking my wants want me. Just because a girl wants me doesn't mean I want her. I don't give a fuck how bad you think you are, girl. My biggest flex as a man is, you know what, Emily?
What?
Rejecting. That fulfills me. That's how you know you become a high value man. See, most guys, they will never get to this level. Put it in the comment. I bet you anything, if your girl sees me, she'll think twice about you. See how many guys feel uncomfortable, Emily? I say that shit on video all my life, Emily. And you want to hear the funny thing, Emily?
What?
I never wanted what another man has. If I see another man with a woman, I never want that bitch. Carlos, why are you calling her bitch? That's a cute word for calling a woman. She could call me a motherfucker or that nigga. See, it's all perspective. It's how you interpret the world. If they call me nigga or motherfucker or anything, what you say about me is not going to become my reality. So words, low key, the words other people use against me, they don't touch me because I worked on my character. But when you live of reputation, if they call you a bitch ass nigga or a bitch or a motherfucker, whatever, right? If you vibrate low, you're low vibrational, you take it personal. It's hot in here.
That's true.
It's all perspective, right? But women do get hot, get colder than us guys, right?
Yeah.
So Emily, based on everything we're talking, what do you want to tell the world before we start on segment 3?
Self perspectives. So if you change your mindset, if two people get the same, like the key to success, let's say like that, it would depends of how the people work in the background, how they will take it, they will achieve the success. No, with the information, it's no with who you are or what you have in your mind.
I didn't understand not even one beanie miny more of what you just said. Straight up. We're talking about why people interpret things based on their level of understanding.
That.
Well, okay, elaborate. Based on how do you interpret things based on your level of understanding from before the old Emily to now the new Emily.
Okay.
The old Emily used to see things from what perspective compared to the new Emily?
Okay, the old memory will take all personal. It will not take any actions it will keep in her room watching TV and not talking to nobody.
The old Emily.
Yeah.
So she was stuck in a bubble,
Yeah.
in a comfort fear
Yeah.
zone, right?
Yeah.
Because she was not living a life of purpose, growth. Get rid of weakness.
Yeah.
Get rid of their old ways.
Yeah.
How about the new Emily?
Okay, the new Emily go out and
In parties? Diddy?
parties. No,
With Diddy?
I don't party.
You don't party
drink.
with Diddy?
I don't.
See, you don't go to Diddy's parties?
No.
Shout out to Jamie Foxx and Diddy. Diddy throws a $1.5 million party. Jamie Foxx, bro, I threw a party with less than $500, food, and just invited people. How the heck are you investing $1.5 million? But what people didn't know is that $1.5 million, he had to pay women to what? To do their things. He has to pay people to basically show up. Make sense? So it was pretty much a business to translate it for the world, right?
Yeah.
But Jamie Foxx, it was more of a let's have fun, let's connect, let's network. If this guy and that girl like each other, that's on them. But I'm not recording. What fuck I gotta fucking record it? Right? But Diddy had a business perspective. He's like, I have leverage. If I got a video of Drake pounding a female escort, that's leverage. Because Drake is worth this much. Drake wouldn't want me to bring that video to the world. You get me? Make sense or no?
Yeah, it makes sense.
How can these other billionaires have fun with minors? That's fucked up. That's why whoever haven't watched the movie Sound of Freedom, watch it. Especially people that have kids. Sound of Freedom. How they sell the kids, things like that. Man, que Dios me libre mis hijas. Fucked up. There's fucked up people in this world, Emily.
Yeah.
But the new Emily, can you tell the world? Because the new Emily, I don't see the new Emily like she has her shit together.
Work in progress.
Nah, because the thing is, Emily, I'm going to tell you straight up how I see the world, how I interpret the world. Future truths. If you don't basically move and act like a leader, act and think like a leader, and act like a millionaire, billionaire, whatever you want to be, how are you going to become that? Emily, straight up. I'm not trying to make you feel bad because you're here because you wanted to be here.
Yeah.
I didn't force you. Nor Vanessa, nor anybody forced you to be here.
Yeah.
But this is a growth environment. So one thing I make sure people around me, they want to have their shit together. Self-love, self-care, happiness, inner peace, independence, time management, right?
Yep.
Do you feel like you have your shit together? There's certain things that do not cost money. To throw a party, you don't need money. Diddy needs money. Because Diddy thought that buying people, same way, that's why I say two types of guys. There's the guys that become the best version of themselves by creating the garden so the butterflies could come. That perspective. That's how they interpret the world. And then there are guys, I'm going to just get money so I could buy the woman. I'll buy them the gifts, the Tekashi of the world, the Drake of the world. Drake threw a party for his new girlfriend. Low vibration motherfucker. Just because you're Drake, I could call you low vibration. This nigga's fucking doing a whole scenario. Okay, I'm closing the fucking Marlins thing to have a dinner once with another girl. Low vibration, bro. This guy is the type of guy, okay, he looks like a friend named Manny. Okay, when he falls in love, he falls and all he sees is that woman. You don't get it? There's guys out there. A guy cannot fall straight up. I'm going to tell the world. I'm going to tell all these guys. You cannot live a life falling for a creature, a woman, like she's the goddess of the goddess. You treat her with respect, love, value her. Well, you cannot, a man cannot treat a woman as a celebrity. You know why? Because y'all women would then treat the man as a fan. Do you understand that, Manny? A man cannot treat a woman as a celebrity. Because then a woman will treat the man as a fan. But if a man, yes, is supposed to be treated as a celebrity. And he's supposed to have women as fans. Straight up, female nature. Most guys, most females, they're not ready to talk these conversations. So I'm here triggering the algorithm to attract a few people that want to, sit down to talk. Women that want to talk about how a man's supposed to be.
Okay.
So I could tell her how a man's supposed to be based on my experience.
Okay.
You got me? As a high value man. Not those low vibrational men that 99% of these women be attracting. Right? Because as a high value man, because there's levels to all these things. Perspective.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I've been able to attract everything I wanted. Right?
Yeah.
So it's all perspective. Right? Because what might be ugly for me might be beautiful for somebody else. That's deep. Once again, what might be ugly for me might be beautiful for somebody else. So how you interpret things based on your level of understanding. I understand that Lamborghini came out with a new Lamborghini. So now it's time to get that new Lamborghini. It's not chasing the next shiny object, but I understand that money is in the mind, right?
Yeah.
It's not in the pocket, right? So going back, which I didn't basically speak on what I wanted to speak, education and knowledge levels.
Okay.
Knowledge expands perception. People perish because of lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. The more knowledge or education someone has, the broader their understanding and ability to see the bigger picture. Knowledge equips people with the tools to interpret complex ideas more accurately. Now you understand why I could simplify hard things?
Yeah.
Business, I simplified 1, 2, 3 things. Sales and marketing. Sales, product, service, or experiences, stories, your mess. You could literally take your shitty ass mess, traumas, broken heart, broken pocket, and sit and speak to the world how you're just basically were living a miserable life, and now you read this book or got this mentor, now you give you a new perception. But you want to know what's people's problem, Emily?
What?
Huh?
What?
They're stuck in analysis paralysis. But I'm still not there. Bitch. Nigga, what you mean? You're still not there. So perceptions. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Huh?
It makes sense.
See, the type of people I'm gonna attract, Emily, they love me how I am. I'd rather do business with a person that is real, honest, genuine, bold, that what you see is what you get, than do business with a fake hypocrite. You get me? You could judge a book by its cover. Remember, I said something when it comes to energy, right? I said, to the world, you have high energy. To yourself, you are simply enjoying the ride. So, to the world, I have high energy. But to myself, I'm simply enjoying the ride. Be myself. My biggest flex, Emily, is on myself. Because I interpret the world as myself. It is easier for me to live a life of truth. Because the truth what? Set me free. Than live a life of lies. So I could be in prison like fucking people? There's people in prison free. And there's people outside prison in jail.
Yeah.
That's deep. So, going back, how does education and knowledge expand a person's ability to interpret situations?
Okay, what I can say about my experience, before I just get stuck, I didn't speak up. I just do what my mom and my brother's family say that I needed to do. But now that I have knowledge and educating myself, I know what I need to do, and I can take decision for myself.
Okay. Limited understanding. People with less knowledge or exposure to certain subjects may interpret things more narrowly or incorrectly. simply because they haven't had the opportunity to learn or explore those areas. Why might someone with limited understanding misinterpret complex ideas? Like today, I was talking to Mars Jehandi. I'm here telling Mars to give you, before you give your scenario,
Okay.
like he could be a basketball coach instead of a business coach. Because he loves basketball. He would have loved to be in the NBA. And he thinks he's fucking, I don't know what NBA player. Shout out to Mars. Mars, I love you. You got me? I'll play one-on-one whenever you want. So you could beat me. Because he does beat me. You got me? In his dreams. You got me? I'm trying to bring the Goliath out of Mars. Remember, I'm little David.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Because I win battles spiritually. If it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But what Mars doesn't know, that when I put myself in rooms with sharks, they're my teachers. And I'm the student. So I want him to be my head coach, meaning my coach, Emily. So he could use me as a celebrity businessman, right? Where he's coaching. And I'm willing to pay him $1,000 per hour. But it has to be recorded.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm willing to get a percentage of the pie. Why? There's no such thing as something for nothing.
Yeah. That's
Who has the idea is worth more than who's going to implement the idea.
Yeah.
Facts?
Yeah.
Then you had the idea, Mars. That's $1 million idea. Bro, you're going to make $1,000 to train me. Because now we're going to be both mic'd up with a microphone in the court, doing a drill for the layups. Any red flag he sees, anything I'm not aware of my game, he could bring that awareness and we could record that 30 to 40 to 45 minutes on video. And now using me as a role model, as an example of how he took me from where I was at to now fixing my layup or whatever, little issue I have in my game, basketball. That's a coach. That's a coaching business. But due to his limited understanding of life in the personal level, of business in the business level, he sees the world like everything is a fucking scam. He probably got to go ask his mommy, his daddy. Mars, go ask your mommy. Imagine you're 6'6", asking, mommy, let me ask you permission. Can I become a head coach? Carlos, you're embarrassing me. Man, I embarrass myself. Imagine what I do to others. Don't fucking sit with me. Anybody. Because what I do to people, I give people tough love. People that love you will tell you the fucking truth. I'm here bringing $1 million idea. Fuck $1 million. That's a $10 million idea. Because there's people that we could bring along, like Trey Got Bounce, that Trey Got Bounce follows me. That now I could be like, Mars, interview Trey Got Bounce. Interview Shiggy. And now we all grow. But fucking people, they're so fucking limited that it's fucking, to not say depressing, because I don't get depressed. I don't get anxious. I don't get stressed. It's sad, Emily. It's sad to see wasted potential, Emily. People rather, Emily, work doing a job they fucking hate, Emily, than work doing their passion. I'd rather do my passion and do it for free than do fucking work that I don't like for a pay. That's a quote. That's a video. That's a YouTube short. That's an Instagram reel. Well, y'all motherfuckers are not ready to sit down and talk to Carlos. That's why I get to talk like this. Not a fucking boss. I agree with fucking becoming a boss. I was born fucking a leader. Fuck a boss. Never had a boss. Can't serve two bosses. My only boss is God. I got a boss. My boss. My boss is this. Yeah, I could do that shit in the camera, Emily. People still do business with me. How the fuck I make more money be myself than niggas that they with a mask? Oh, I'm Mr. Professional. Oh, excuse me. I work for corporate. Oh, I cannot say a bad word. Oh, no, but I'm Mr. Perfect. That doesn't make sense, Emily. The world's perfect. That's why how you interpret the world is based on your level of understanding. You know what's one thing I understand?
What?
One thing I understood? That people are not better than me. But one thing I understood, I'm not better than people. We're all the same fucking shit, motherfuckers. Fuck out of here. I wish a man or woman or anybody, government, tells me that they're better than me. Fuck yeah. Suck a dick. I'll say that shit in a court. Oh, Mr. Reyes, look how you were talking in your podcast. Let me put this episode how you said it. Yeah, motherfuckers. What else, Emily?
What was the question that you asked me?
We're talking about why people interpret things based on their level of understanding.
Okay.
Just answer that question.
Okay. So what I can say about that question is that in the beginning, when I met you, I didn't understand the vision you have. But then I started developing myself, I listen more to you and seeing where this was heading, so I could understand more and I could go all in. So in the beginning, people will not understand what we are doing, but if they keep and listen to the podcast and seeing us grow, they will understand.
They got to be all in. Listen, Emily and world. I don't need people that are interested. I don't need people that are committed. I need people that are obsessed. Whoever's not obsessed, get the fuck out of. Don't listen to this shit. Fuck you, straight up. Listen, I'm literally gonna organize an army of leaders, creating leaders that create leaders, that create leaders, that create leaders. The biggest organization in the world. We're gonna impact billions of people. And I'm saying this on video. How you doing, Manny? I'm not settling for average people, Manny. Are you average?
No,
Why not?
I was, but now I'm growing to be
My brother Manny. Why? Why this? Why that? Why everything?
better. Self-awareness.
Oh! From 1 to 10, what you give your self-awareness?
My awareness right now is a good 5.
You still fucking up, bro. Yo, bro. Yo, you a clown, bro. You a comedian.
Compared to what it used to be?
Bro.
What it used to be?
Bro, your awareness still. Once again, why people interpret things based on their level of understanding.
Exactly.
We're going to do another episode. Text me that. Why people interpret things based on their level of awareness.
Because their lack of knowledge. Because
Bro.
their lack of awareness.
Bro, your understanding is still, my understanding, bro, I question everything, bro. I question why you're here right now. I question why am I looking at you instead of looking at my daughters or seeing somebody else. Why the fuck am I looking at your fucking face?
1% better.
The fuck I want to see your face, bro. Yo, bro, we gotta love you, Brady. You a comedian, bro. Hey, you a funny character, bro. Bro, let's talk about, we've been talking about the role of emotional intelligence, emotional awareness, limited by emotional understanding. You know, the more you know yourself, the more patience you have for what you see on others. So, I have patience with you, bro. Bro, you want to know? -1 billion. Education and knowledge levels, you know, knowledge, experience, perception, limited understanding. We've been talking about an investment in knowledge pays the best interest, right? Benjamin Franklin. You know the Benjamins?
100s.
Huh?
100s.
You want dollars or hundreds?
100s.
Huh?
100s.
Do you want people to be dollar? You want dollar bill, bro? Or you want friends that are honey?
Benjamin Franklin.
Huh? Can you tell the world? People like me. How many people have you met like me?
Nobody.
Straight up.
Nobody. I've never met.
Straight up.
I never met nobody like Carlos.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Why not?
You're positive. You're.
Nah, fuck positive. I'm the biggest. I'm the most negative motherfucker alive, bro.
You're a leader. You're.
Nah, fuck leaders.
Entonces.
You got me? Fuck that leadership
Entonces.
shit. You got me?
You're your own character.
Fuck leadership. I'm here leader, creating leader that create leader.
Yeah, pues.
You got me?
Uh-huh.
Have you met another man like Carlos?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
Because you just the way you do demand these 5 pillars, the way you have control over yourself, the way you,
How you know I control myself?
because the way you move.
How do I move?
What do you mean? The way you talk, the way you express yourself.
Bro, you see guys out there,
All right.
right?
Okay.
Not selling myself. But do you see, now that you're having more awareness, do you see that these guys need to self-develop themselves, self-improve?
100%.
Were you one of them?
I was.
Can you elaborate? How you see now the world based on just being in this growth environment?
Well,
based on, all these podcasts that you've been listening to, you got me, and everything.
Well, what I can tell you before is that I was a person that never cared about nothing. I was emotionless completely. I didn't care about myself. I didn't care about doing any. I didn't care about other people, what other people said, how other people acted. I didn't care about nothing. I went to funerals. No tears coming out of my eyes. No nothing. I was just dry. But now that I have awareness, now I'm bettering myself. I'm putting myself as priority. I'm putting myself as first. Now I'm not settling for less.
Keith doesn't make sense.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You on character, bro.
Yeah.
You don't make sense. Keep investing into yourself, bro. When you replay this video and the world sees that, there's perception. People interpret the world differently. There's people that are going to put in the comments, Carlos, you're so hard. You're so fucked up. You're so this. You're so that. And guess what, world? I don't give a fuck what you think about me. Your opinion about me is none of my business. But I'm going to tell you something. When you got a coach, mentor,
Okay.
you want your coach, mentor to be real with you, to tell you the truth. If I get myself Mars as my coach in basketball,
Okay.
I want him to bring things to me, to bring awareness of my game that I didn't know I had. Make sense or no?
Correct.
Like, I saw a video of Kobe Bryant talking about Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant, that he couldn't guard Kevin Durant. Why? Because Kevin Durant, when he first got in the league, he was easier to guard. But as he developed, improved his skills, he was unpredictable, if it makes sense. He was one of the hardest men to guard. They couldn't figure him out, even when he retired.
Okay.
If it makes sense.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is, when you get yourself a coach, mentor, probably Kevin Durant, not probably, he was in a player development program. When you get yourself a coach, mentor,
Okay.
now you're in a what? Mental development program.
Estamos en crecimiento.
Estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento.
Right.
So you need people like me to tell you the truth.
All right.
Right? You know males, especially, grow through pain.
Okay.
Do you know females grow through praise? But I'm going to tell you something. The new females, they grow through pain.
Yeah, now.
Huh?
I believe you.
And the new male, they grow through what?
They cry.
Huh?
They cry
They
now.
cry. They got feminine energy. They were born by single moms. My mom came when I was 8. I was already like, what you fucking talking about? Not like that. But you got me?
Yeah.
Like, so, in another word, I thank God that literally I had to personal develop at a very young age, self-improve at a very young age. The environment literally molded me, put me in a position that I needed to what?
Elevate.
To interpret the world based on a new understanding, on a new level.
Yeah.
You got me? Most of my friends, they have their mom, their dad around, not me. So I'm like, hold up. I gotta like literally grow the fuck up.
You need to move it.
Huh?
Get on top of your
I
shit.
got 2 options. I can either say why me, or I could say life, world. Try me. What do you think I said?
You said try me.
Try me. Try me if you can.
Uh-huh.
But guess what, Manny? Let's talk about, to wrap this up, the power of open-mindedness. Mindedness, right? Open-minded thinking. People who are open-minded and willing to listen to new perspective can expand their understanding and interpret. That's how you say the word, Manny?
Interpret.
interpret. You see? Perfect example. Manny knows certain words better than me. Same way, I could know certain words better than you. In another word, we're not perfect. Some people think they're fucking perfect. Whoever's perfect, come sit here with me, motherfucker. Or bitch. You want to know what's one of my biggest flex, Manny? Being vulnerable. The man, especially male, you know why most males do not grow? Because their ego is on the way. Your ego is not your amigo. Most guys, they're competitive. They're trying to compete. They're trying to, oh, I'm better than other guys. I'm better than other humans. You want to know something about me?
What?
Love being the underdog. Love being underestimated. You know why?
Why?
Because I understood something at a very young age. I understood that if I approach life as a student, right, I'm going to learn. And the more I learn, the more I earn. Just not money, but respect. I earn everything. I earn relationships, right?
Yeah.
But when you go and approach everything like you're the best, but you're still allowed to say you're one of the best. You're pretty much telling whoever says they're the best. I respect that. Because your opinion, that's your opinion. People are allowed to say they're the best. I say I'm one of the best. Because if I say I'm the best, you know what happens?
What?
Huh?
What?
I'll think I'm better than other people. And I don't want to have ego in me. Because ego is not my amigo. Have you ever been in a position where you see a man like Carlos that could help you elevate, could help you go in the elevator, but your ego is so strong as a man that you rather take the stairs? No?
Never been in that position, no.
You always been in that fucking position. You were my fucking ex-barber.
Okay.
Why ex? Why not? Why ex-barber?
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason. But that's the thing. Most people, if you were to literally interpret the world from the level of understanding that I'm an asset, instead of just seeing me as your customer, you would have literally would have been in a different headspace. You would have been elevated in a different wave. If you're my barber and you come and fucking tell me, Carlos, I met this fat bitch, but she was fat, with all due respect, because I'm not gonna tell you and sit here and lie to you. I wouldn't date her, not even looking at a picture.
Okay.
I gotta defend my boy, bro.
Okay.
She fucked up your heart.
No, she didn't.
She did.
Okay.
Straight up, she did.
Okay.
Bro, you fucking literally proposed to fucking woman.
You're right, but that doesn't matter.
We're bringing some drama to fucking podcast.
Okay, but that does not matter. That's not.
You are operating for a very low vibrational man.
Okay, I was.
Can you marry me?
Okay.
Can you marry me? How much did the ring cost you? Instead of me buying a bitch a ring, buy yourself a ring. Let me see your ring.
I don't have rings.
Huh? So you rather buy a woman a ring instead of buying yourself a ring? I talk shit because I got rings. And not Lord of the Ring.
I have rings, but they're just not
But
women.
why you decided to marry? I'm trying to bring a point. Bro, we here acting. Bro, I'm trying to bring a point.
Okay.
Why did you decide to propose and try to marry this, out of way, physically out of way without the physical pillar?
I thought I made that clear. I thought I seen other things in her that she had, but
so you were blind.
Okay, yeah.
You had no awareness.
Okay.
How you do one thing, how you do everything.
Okay, exactly. I know that now.
So the power of open-minded.
Exactly.
Open-minded thinking. So how does open-mindedness help us interpret the world more fully?
Because when you're open-minded, you get to everything you see, you absorb, and you look at it from different point of views.
If I would have told you that when you proposed to a woman, you would have took it personal. But if just the fact that I told you now that you're in a different frequency on growth mode, if I would have told you that in that time, you know what would have happened?
What do you think would have happened?
You wouldn't even see me as a friend. You would have seen me as an enemy. You would have looked at it as a disrespect. But now, that you're on growth mode. You're like, man, Carlos lo que se está curando aquí. Carlos is just here having fun in the CMR Podcast Network. You know, challenging my limiting beliefs. Do you have limiting beliefs? You had a limiting belief because you thought that was the only woman in this fucking world.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
When you see a woman now, you see her what? She got to be what? Physically fit.
Correct.
Will you date a fat, overweight women?
No.
That's standards.
Yeah.
You gotta raise your fucking standard. But if you're gonna be around me, everybody gotta raise their standard. That's why I bring this awareness to the world. So if you're gonna interpret the world based on your level of understanding, how this episode,
Okay.
now you understand that if you raise your standard, you could get the Ferrari, the Lambo, the exotic women.
The model women.
Yes.
Yeah, the models.
Why would you
everything.
settle for average bitch?
Well, I was
I
never.
never had an average bitch.
I understand that. Congratulations.
Fuck how I look like. Do I look average?
You put that on yourself.
So if I did it, you could do it.
Exactly. I won't put that on myself. That's it.
So you're gonna vibrate low.
Obviously not.
So
You can talk about
in business now, we still not finished. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. A fixed mindset keeps people stuck in limited interpretations,
I understand that.
while a growth mindset encourages them to learn, adapt, and see new possibilities.
Okay.
Why does a growth mindset lead to a broader understanding?
Because a growth mindset sees an opportunity to make it financially it sees an opportunity to make $1.
It's time,
right away.
money.
It is.
Let me leave. Hey, subscribe to the channel. Like. It's time, money.
Time is not money. People exchange their time for money. Is what I meant. Is what I understood.
I'm gonna be fucking embarrass you here, bro. Live. It's time, money.
No.
What's time? With money, you can buy time.
Exactly.
Are you selling your time?
I'm selling my time now.
So time is money. Based on perception.
To me, right now.
How you interpret the world. Got it. You don't get it? So time is money. Yes. If you're an employee. So if you interpret, how do you say the word? Interpret. At least I know Spanish. At least I know Arabic. Jahish. Wala yama. Inta ko simich. Wala hastisi. Inta ko sugta. Jahish. You a funny character, bro. Bro, you look Arabic, bro. I'm serious. Have people told you that?
I get that a lot.
How people interpret the world. In this episode, aren't we talking about how people interpret the world?
Yeah, because first
on the level of understanding,
off of looks,
you look
yeah.
like a fucking
okay. Off of looks, yeah.
And I could talk about Arab. I grew up with Arab,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not fucking racist, but if you think I'm racist, that's on your fucking problem. You could call me a slave. You could be like, you black, chocolate, caramel.
That's their perspective at the end of the day.
You see?
Exactly.
So a mind is like a parachute. That's how you say parachute. It doesn't work if it's not open.
Exactly.
A mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work if it's not open. A mind is like a condom. If you don't put it on, you might get her pregnant. With all that said, subscribe to the channel. Like, what else?
Like, comment, share.
Dislike that shit.
Share this shit.
Why you guys don't dislike it? I want to see some dislikes. Dislike. Bro, it doesn't touch me. If they like it, dislike it, it doesn't touch me.
Bad comments,
you know
good
why?
comments.
Because how I interpret the world, negative stuff don't touch me.
Okay.
So if they do it, is it going to touch me?
You master your emotions.
Thank you. Six-pack check.